Welcome back to our channel. We are here today with a new board and train, Zambezi. And Zambezi comes to us all the way from Chicago. His drop-off was a little intense. He was very barky, very reactive, to the point where it was really hard to hear the owner and listen to things. And she's been having a really, really hard time controlling his behavior. Previously, he had to be muzzled because he would redirect and tear her clothes. And we're just gonna kind of show you, like, starting from day one, what we're gonna do with him and how all the little details come together. And getting his energy just down a little bit and getting him to focus on some very basics. Those little pieces of the puzzle will really help overall in shaping this dog to be better and do more with his owner. So upon drop off, the second the owner handed me the leash, we immediately saw him jumping on me. We walked into the main area and he kind of absolutely went ballistic, jumping. Oh, all right. Like that. And he was not in a space where you could tell him anything. He was hyped up, he was going full force, and when he gets like that, his mom has a lot of trouble getting him to listen to her. So as we're walking around here, we're just gonna do some super easy drills with getting him to walk with me, some sitting bed stays, and maybe some doorways. And while this seems so small, starting to set little standards like this shifts our relationship from him being in control and him getting excited and barking at us and demanding attention to me being more of the leader and getting him to chill out a little bit before we're starting to offer him more freedom, which is ultimately the end goal. Yeah. No. So I gave him a little correction there earlier to start to get control of the jumping, because he's really bad about impulse control. When he gets excited, he knows I have food, he'll jump up at me, and that's exactly what he does with his owner, but it escalates with her to the point of him redirecting by grabbing her coats, her clothes, and ripping them. So anytime he jumps on me, I'm gonna mark with no and give a prong collar correction, which tells him I don't want that behavior to happen. Good. And we're also utilizing food to help engage him in training. So while we're trying to get rid of the bad behaviors, we're always encouraging the good ones. Good. You could see from the footage that we had of him, he's kind of all over the place in the lobby, going back and forth, getting on the benches, barking at other dogs. He just has like an uncomfortable amount of energy that he doesn't know what to do with. So channeling that into some training goals can really help him just settle down and be a calmer dog overall. Good. Oh, I dropped one piece. Good. So as we're turning here, walking back and forth, good. I want him to realize that he's in control of the leash pressure turning on and off. So when he gets out of my bubble, that's when he feels the prong tense up. And when he's in my bubble, that's the release of pressure. When he turns with me, good. I can mark and reward and keep him engaged and focused on me. Good. Good. So oftentimes we get dogs from all walks of life. And Zambezi's owner rescued him a couple of months ago, and she felt like this was the last resort for him. They've had a very tumultuous relationship. He's put her through a lot, just being like a headstrong young dog. to the point where even she told me at the vet to even get his weight, he had to be completely sedated because his freakouts would be so bad at the vet. So we also want to work on getting him more comfortable with handling, touching, and not have everything be such a big deal. Good. Good. Good boy. We'll shift to working on some sits next. Little leash pressure up. And as little as I can get away with, but as much as I need. No, sir. Good. So when he gets frustrated, he often will redirect on biting the leash, biting anything that's close to him. So as we're doing some sits here, the first couple of times you can see he's kind of redirecting on the leash, not full blown. Yes. But just kind of mouthing it. So we'll see if we can't work him past that once he has a clearer understanding of what I want him to do. So the impression I've gotten from him working with him over the last 24 hours is when you tell him to do something and he doesn't want to do it, he kind of acts up, biting the leash, biting clothes, just kind of last-ditch effort to gain control. Whether he's acting aggressively or it's coming from a place of kind of just being bratty, he's definitely displaying those behaviors where he's like, you can't tell me what to do. So biting the leash here, a lot of what he does with his mom. No. Yes. Yes. Some dogs, when they feel that pressure, are designed to fold to it, and some dogs are designed to fight against it, and he's definitely a scrappy little dude that's trying to fight against the pressure a little bit. So we'll just do a couple more light reps here and try to get that under control. Yes. I don't want to be too hard with him right off the bat and nitpick 1,000 things he's doing. I just really want to focus on one goal of the session, which is to get him to be a little bit more connected and focused on me and getting to accept the leash pressure and understand what to do with it when I ask him. Yes. 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 Good boy. Yes. Go ahead. Good boy, bud. Yes. We can see him now connecting a little bit of the dots where he starts to feel the leash pressure, and he's kind of getting into that sit and realizing that's exactly what I want him to do. So I'm not only releasing pressure, but I'm also marking and rewarding. Yes. Good job. Yes. Yes. Good work, bud. Yes. So exactly what I'm looking for is him to kind of start anticipating what I want from him. And we can see I had to start off the lesson with a little bit more leash pressure, and toward the end, as he's understanding what I want, we're starting to see I barely have to use any pressure to get him into position. Yes. Yes. Next, we're just gonna get him to go on and off of the bed. So I'm gonna use a little bit of light pressure here. We'll even start with just, yes, good boy. Getting him to interact with the bed. Put his paws on there. Yes. 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 So we're starting to see him start to offer behaviors, which is what we want to reward for. You okay? Yes. Where he's very willingly getting into positions after he understands what I'd like. Yes. Very food motivated, very excitable, but we're challenging him well. Yes. Yes. So as you see the progress from when we first got him out of the crate and he was all over the place, amped up, just brain going a million miles a minute, to getting him to focus on certain things, to really get him to understand our training and what we're asking of him. He did phenomenally with accepting the leash pressure and understanding it. So it was a great first session. He did very well with the beds, with the sits, and he's just a little bit more calm. So we'll continue to kind of push this as he's working through the board and train program and get his mom the same success as he's having with us. Yay!